Hey y'all, when the word yurt comes up, what do you usually think of? Well, I can tell you, what men think of, what men probably think of anyway. Men probably when the word yurt comes up would think of attraction, would think of maybe something sexual, would think of adultery, because that's the context we're used to it being in. But it goes somewhat deeper than that. Turn with me to Second Timothy. Second Timothy verse 22. Again, we're gonna be in Second Timothy verse 22. This is Paul speaking to Timothy, obviously. Flee also youthful yet, but pursue righteousness, faith, peace with those who call on the Lord out of a pure heart. So right away, yet it's given a broader context, did you not think though? Because it said free youthful yet. Now, this was obviously written in ancient times, but I think we can apply that to today. Maybe by today's standards, youthful yet, Paul would have been thinking of maybe a fancier car, a fancier house, a, a well-paying job. All those things are well and good, but I think this is a broader context, and I think also, I was just thinking about this. Also, he said youthful yet, which tells me it's probably some things that you realize are not so important as you get older. Now, I think you may still be tempted by them, but you realize they're not such important things as you get older. But pursue righteousness, faith, peace with those who call on the Lord out of your heart. Righteousness, faith, peace, those are things that endure. Those are things that yet an infatuation with anything. It doesn't just have to be with one particular thing, with anything. Yet an infatuation dies down. But when you reprieve yourself of that, according to Paul, you find faith, you find love, you find peace. And he says peace. That's interesting. Because I thought if you yet after someone or something, it's an addiction almost. It can overtake you. It can snuff out any sense of peace and security that you have other than that person, that thing. You need that to be happy. You need that to have a peaceful life. That is what the devil can tell us. But pursue righteousness, pursue faith, pursue love, pursue peace with those who call on the Lord of beyond. Those are things that yet it's not something that yet. It may now people are still tempted by it even if they have a even if they have a nice car, a nice house, a nice wife even. That's why Paul said to avoid that. Because when you're young, you get in trouble. I mean, you may get in trouble with the bank, you may get in trouble with God, you may get in trouble with anything. You just get in trouble with it. Yet overtakes you, and it doesn't matter how strong-willed you are. It doesn't matter how much scripture you know. It doesn't matter. It now don't take this out of context. Don't take this wrong way. It almost doesn't matter how strong your sympathy is. When you find yourself in a situation where you may yet after someone or something, your basic instincts may kick in, and you may say, I'll just take one look at pornography, or I'll just take that car for a joyride even though my dad said not to, or anything of that nature. But Paul says, above all that, pursue righteousness, and all of those other things will follow. Remember as well, just from speaking as a man, and women, and speaking of women too, from speaking of men and women, your body is yours. The Lord expects you to honor it. The Lord expects you to take care of it. Your body is a temple, the scripture says. Now, I'm not just talking about sexual acts, obviously, but just anything that you could get into that you know is not good. But I promise you, and God promised you, and I think the Apostle Paul will promise you, if you do honor the Lord, if you do abstain from if you do abstain from sinful desires, you will be given a joy and you will be given a peace that will pass all understanding. It is hard, I know. I mean, no one can get that down pat. I get tempted by things I just have to. No one has it mastered. And if they tell you that they do, they're probably lying to you. They're probably a snake or something too. But God says your body is a temple. Honor Him. He'll honor you because you honored Him. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He will give you the desire of your heart. The Lord knows what you want. He, even more than what you want, He knows what you need. And you may not want what you need, but He knows what you need. That's a bit of a tongue twister, but it's true. It's true. It may be cliché, but Like I say, a key say the key say for a reason. It's true. God expects you to honor Him with your bodies, with your words, with your actions, because He created you. You are His child. Even if you don't have a relationship with Him, He still created you. And He still expects you to conduct yourself in a certain way, becoming of a child of God, becoming of a Christian. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you. I hope that helped at least someone out there. And God bless you, and I'll see y'all next week.